On today's show, the Dallas Mavericks have no more excuses for a game like this. Absolutely none. Disaster for Jason Kidd, the Dallas Mavericks, and more. Today's Locked On Mavs.
This is Cooper Flagg, and you're listening to Locked On Mavs.
Dogs, all of them, 5.
Explain this inside.
All these changes, I still got my dog
Dwight
Dwight
Powell.
You are Locked On Mavs, your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a city like back.
And welcome. You're locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for 10 years. Thanks for being an everyday or making Locked On Mavs your first listen each and every day. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5. If you win, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. Join me, as always, the post-game prodigy from the great Slightly Biased YouTube channel. Oh, what you got for me, Slightly Biased? I'm a little nervous.
Well, I mean, this is in theory. This is a game a few months from now. We'll say that's a good loss right there. Cooper Flagg did things. You lost the game because this team will be tanking and the season's probably over. Like, I'm just not sugarcoating it anymore. They're 2-5. If you can't beat the Wizards at home, if you can't beat the Pelicans at home, if you're in dogfights with the Pacers, if you're in dogfights with the who was the other? I don't even remember what other team.
Raptors.
The Raptors before the Raptors figured it out, and you're getting blown out by every other team. I don't know when you'll win. So I mean, you're injured. That's cool. And I wouldn't care. Like, the first overall pick, Coop had a great game tonight. That's everything you want to see from your number one overall pick. So that's why I'm saying in a few months we'll be like, that's a good game. That's a good loss. Like, that pushes the tank forward. Coop played good. Like, all this is great. The reason I'm so angry is, like, dude, we went to the finals 16 months ago. You know what I mean? And that got ripped away completely. And this franchise is lost and hopeless. I mean, that's just really it.
We'll talk about Cooper Flagg. We'll talk about PJ Washington. We'll talk about the new starting lineup that Jason Kidd rolled out there. But we got to start here slightly with just what you said. Absolute disaster. There's just no other way to sugarcoat it. Going into this game, Pelicans were 1-7 or 1-6. They had started 0-6 and won a game against the Hornets, who played nobody last night. Second night of a back-to-back for the Pelicans, too, a travel back-to-back. And
No
you come
Zion.
into this game, no Zion Williamson, no DeJounte Murray, no Yves Missi, missing multiple players. Willie Green was a dead man walking in his job, right? Like, we were waiting. Like, there's multiple people here that were like, well, maybe if they lose this game by enough, could Willie Green, like, not even make it back to them? They're doing, like, this weird thing where they're playing the Spurs in a couple days, but they're going to fly back to New Orleans. Maybe they just leave him there. And that turned out to not be the case at all. This Dallas Mavericks team was absolutely horrendous. And, yes, they did have a shot to win this one. Cooper Flagg, that very last shot at the end there, had a chance to win the game. And I still think I would have been upset about this game because the Mavs get 101 offensive rating. I knew that this offense was going to take a while for it to actually look good for the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not even asking for good anymore. I'm just asking for not 30th by multiple points. They were last in the NBA in offense by 2 whole points going into today, and they're not going to get any better because it was a worse offensive game against the 29th ranked defensive team. Yeah. Absolutely awful. Jason Kidd changes the starting lineup, does what we all asked him to do, and said, hey, put D'Angelo Russell in there, actually play a point guard. He played D'Angelo Russell and Brandon Williams for most of this game out there. He put D'Angelo Russell out there. He started him, and D'Angelo Russell was awful. It was like the Mavs are just running out of excuses all up and down, and people are like, oh, everybody scapegoated Klay, and then Klay got sent to the bench, and then actually Klay played well. I thought Klay did actually play well in his minutes in this one. Hit some shots, had a couple of good defensive plays here and there, but the Mavs make this change to the starting lineup, and they start the game 0 for 9. Like, they are down 9 points. They miss like they shot 1 of 11 in the paint to start this game. They missed their first like 6 or 7 shots. Just absolutely disastrous, and it's just up and down. Like, nobody can escape blame tonight except for maybe PJ Washington and Cooper Flagg. That's probably it.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the game starts.
And Max Christie.
The Pelicans initiate a challenge 30 seconds into the game.
43 seconds in.
The Mavericks go about 4 game minutes without scoring. The fans stand. If you've never been, this fans stand until the Mavs make the first shot. So I heard from people there that there was 7 or 8 people who passed out from exhaustion standing for 30 minutes.
I cannot corroborate those reports.
Oh, maybe I got lied to then. But I mean, look, I'll zag off you real quick.
All right.
I don't got much to say about the players, man. I don't got much to say. It's not y'all's fault. That's it. It's not y'all's fault.
There's got to be some culpability by the players.
No, because tonight is the night where I will say, tonight will be the night, Nico. It's done for me. Like, I haven't even gone here because I just don't like talking about it and rehashing it. But I'm like, man, look at where this franchise is at, man. Look at where it is. This is the biggest disaster in sports, self-inflicted disaster possibly ever. And I just don't get it. And dude, you're 2-5, 7 games this season, and you've played 2 games away from the American Airlines Center?
Yeah.
One of them
one road
City.
game and one neutral site game in a different country.
You can't beat this Pelicans team, and I don't know, there's these stats going around and their numbers without Zion historically, and they are so terrible.
Oh,
when Zion doesn't
look
play.
at the roster. Look at the talent. Trey Murphy didn't play well at all tonight. I mean, who?
Yeah. I mean, but the funny thing is, I watched the game. Like, yeah, D'Lo was terrible tonight, and of course, like we go to bat for him. We're like, we need to start him. He needs to start, and he was dreadful tonight. But he still has helped this team out so far. So outside of that, though, like they missed some shots. I thought their offensive process was like pretty decent early on, at least. I mean,
it was decent.
I thought early on they actually got some good shots. I really did.
Well, I just don't think there is an offensive process. How could there be? How could you have this many bad games? I posted the stat earlier today that there have been 15 games, this is before coming into tonight, 15 games of a team having under 101 offensive rating. Under 101.
This one was tonight. There was one tonight too.
League average is like 112. under 101. 15 games. The Mavs have had 5 of them, and now they've had 6 of the 16. Like, just absolutely awful. There's that part I don't blame the players, because if it's that bad every single night, then it's like everybody in the class failed the test, and so then it's on the teacher for not teaching. You know what I mean? Like, if everybody fails the test, then it's probably on the teacher for not teaching it. And so I come into this game going, Willie Green was the one on the hot seat, but if Jason Kidd didn't have an extension, like I'm looking at him after a game like this. But if the Mavs have a different plan, if they're like, hey, we're going to do what Slightly said and we're just going to go for it again, this Mavs team has tanked. Under Jason Kidd, they have tanked. Under Nico Harrison, they have tanked. They got Dereck Lively at the end of the season. They've done some of this before, and maybe they're just going in early because they've already been ransacked with injuries. How could you have seen that coming? I mean, I was excited about seeing this team, but it's just gone downhill so fast in so many different ways. I'm sure we'll break that down on a show tomorrow, but I mean, this is the cherry on top of a just absolutely terrible, awful, no good, very bad cake.
I'm gonna Zach again. Is it the teacher's fault if you have a class of 6th graders taking a 12th grade calculus test?
Well, whose fault is it then? Just Nico?
I mean, it's injuries play a huge part in this because
you traded for injured players.
I know, that's true. The whole process was like, they'll have to be an elite defense. Guys,
true.
They kind of have been. Like, they really kind of have been an elite defense. And they had a good defensive performance again tonight. The problem is like PJ Washington. I've been calling him MJ Washington. He's been awesome. He had 3 and 1s in like a 2-minute stretch in the third quarter.
Looked great.
It was incredible. Then he I don't know how many. He had 4 turnovers in the game. I don't know how many of those were in the fourth quarter.
Man,
I'd venture to guess most of them. The Mavs had a huge turnover crisis in the fourth quarter, and that prevented their comeback. So it's just like, do I sit here and say, well, he shouldn't have been? Well, no, of course you're going to play PJ. He pulled the funny thing is about like going in on Kidd is like he pulled the strings we wanted him to pull.
He did too.
In his defense, he pulled the strings that we wanted him to pull, and D'Lo was just bad tonight.
So then here's my thing then. All right, he pulled the strings, so you have no more excuses. No more excuses in the sense that you've played different players. Like, you've played all the different players different ways, right? You've tried flag at the point. We tried no point. You tried with a point. You tried no center. You tried with multiple centers. You've tried that. You tried with Anthony Davis, without Anthony Davis. Klay starting, Klay off the bench. You've tried against a good team in the Thunder and the Rockets. You've tried against bad teams with the Pelicans, that Pacers team that we saw come in here, the Wizards. Like, you've tried in all these different ways. It's not working. The system, all of it. Burn it down. Start over. Pull out a different playbook. Just go back to the basics. Run a high pick and roll every play. I don't care, because whatever you're doing, whatever long form Princeton offense, motion offense, whatever they're trying to do right now is not working so disastrously bad that you just start over, right? Like, there's just no other way. There's just no other way to put it. How bad it looks right now.
I mean, they're barely even running that. Like, it's the offense is dreadful. And I mean, it kind of makes sense with their injuries on one end of the spectrum. On the other end,
they were bad with the healthy.
I know. And it is like, you know what? Defensively, I actually think you've kind of lived up to your billing a tiny bit. People keep bringing up points in the paint thing. Like, the reason there's a big discrepancy there is because the Mavs don't score in the paint.
Well, and they turn the ball over, and so then there's fast breaks on the other end.
They turn the ball over.
How many times have we said their transition defense in games has been bad? Like,
yeah, I mean, I thought defensively they were fine tonight, but
tonight not bad, but in the past,
yeah, it's just
coming up. What else went bad? I don't know. What did Jason Kidd pull all the levers? Did he pull all the levers? Talk about that coming up. I'm out of things for this team. Oh, disaster. Today's episode is brought to you by Gusto. Gusto's not a disaster. Let's be real. No one starts a business with the joy of calculating tax withholdings or doing all that kind of stuff. Payroll spreadsheets, things like that. Managing all the different things you got to do with a small business or with a business in general. Small, medium, large. I don't know what size your business is. That's where Gusto comes in. It takes the stress out of payroll, benefits, and HR so you can focus on running your business and supporting your team so that it runs in motion all in one. Gusto is the all-in-one remote-friendly payroll and HR platform that makes managing your team simple, transparent, and fast. Whether you're hiring, onboarding, or paying employees, Gusto helps you do it all from one place without the hassle or the hidden fees. You can do all kinds of different things in this. It takes over every single part of your business so you know where to go. One place, that's it. That's what you got to do. Unlimited payroll runs for one monthly price, which means no surprise charges at the end of the month. So go check it out. Gusto's automated tools like letters, onboarding materials, and direct deposits save hours every single week. Try Gusto today. Gusto.com/LockedOnNBA and get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's right. 3 months of free payroll at Gusto.com/LockedOnNBA. Gusto. Gusto.com/LockedOnNBA.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad, listening every day. We appreciate you for checking out the show and listening. If you listen to this disaster and you're a Lucas stan, welcome back. It's been a while. Yesterday on the show, we mentioned Lucas' name one time at the 28-minute mark of the show, and 50 comments with Lucas' name in it because we were talking about how bad the offense is. And you know what? I get it. Check the QR code links in the description for different ways to follow the show. We'll be doing this, and we'll be charting this disaster throughout the whole rest of the season because we're locked on Mavs. We're not locked on good, flowery, sunny things that happen in the world. We're talking about this Mavericks team.
We'll get to a point, I'm sure, where this is
where we turn the corner.
We're having a different. No. We're having games like this, but it's a completely different vibe. Where it's like
that's
that
what
was
I mean.
Exactly what we would need to see.
That's what I mean. We'll turn the corner, like you said, where we'll be like, all right, well, now this is what it is. Because coming in, we were sold a bill of goods that was a win-now team by the GM. He's like, this is a win-now team. We've got these vets sold. All right, D'Angelo Russell, we're bringing him in. We feel good. We feel confident. I did the thing yesterday that the Mavs went into the season with people forget about Frank as the idea for their point guard. That's the idea for their point guard system. That's what they went into the season with. And now you've tried a bunch of different things. You've tried starting D'Angelo Russell. You've tried D'Lo on. You tried D'Lo off. There's a couple of bright spots on this team right now, and everything else, like, it's not working. And I don't know, if Anthony Davis comes back, does that fix everything?
Okay.
They win tonight for sure, but I don't think it fixes this offense to make them a playoff team.
So here's my question, and it's crazy that
is it what
we're
the hell?
Here. Yeah, that's one of my many questions. I wouldn't use hell. I'd say another word.
Yeah.
But at 2-6, I mean, I can't believe we're even going here. But like, is there a point this early on where you're like, AD, you want to sit a little like Kyrie? We're good. You know, like we're okay with if you're thinking you want to take some time. Like I know it seems a little bit insane, and over the course of 82 game seasons, teams will have a 2-6 8-game stretch and still have a good record, right? It's just amplified because it's the beginning of the season. We didn't know what we were going to see from this team, and we've seen this. But I mean, they don't look competitive. That's it to me. They're boring. Offensively, they are a lost cause in a lot of ways. Sure, AD and like we've talked about this here. Like, I watch this team. I watch how they play defense at times. And I'm like, okay, if you slot in the Kyrie we saw last year, okay, you could talk me into this team being pretty good, actually. But then the problem becomes, well, you're not going to get Kyrie from last year. That's just not how ACL recovery goes. No. And then also, he's older, and do we want to rush him back? And at what record do you say, is it even worth this risk at all? Of course, Kyrie's not going to go for that. So then that's when you start to have that conversation. But
well, we didn't think Klay would come off the bench, and he did tonight. So
yeah, I guess that's true. And I think you have another dilemma there where it's like, if I'm Klay Thompson, at what point am I like, hey, I'm Klay Thompson. Like, I don't want to come off the bench for a 2-12 team.
Kid finally did it and sat him. Klay has not been good. Like, let's be clear.
No. He deserved to come off the bench.
He deserved to come off the bench by just merit and play. But he comes into the game. He gets actually a pretty loud cheer from the crowd. I was kind of surprised, probably just because the name that they recognize coming off the bench, coming into the game. He shot the ball pretty well, played pretty well. But if I'm Klay, I am frustrated too. And I'm saying, what am I doing here? Like, I came here to play with Luka Doncic, and now I'm playing with this team. Can't even get open shots. Can't even get shots sometimes in this offense. And yeah, I'm probably trying to find a way to get out of here. I mean, why not? What do you have? What are you loyal to here? Nico Harrison for like bringing you in and giving you a chance when that Warriors team like disrespected you like you thought? I mean, it's not like Nico Harrison has shown that loyalty matters to him in any way, shape, or form.
And Klay hadn't been good, so but if you were coming off if the Mavs were 6-2, and it was like, okay, we're moving Klay to the bench, there's got to be a level of buy-in. Like, that's a different story entirely. But on this team, if I'm Klay, I'm just like, what is going on? You know, like what am I doing?
They're last in the West right now.
That passes the eye test. They've been one of the 3 or 4 worst teams I've watched play. And this is the most basketball I've ever watched to start a season across the league. Partially because, I mean, I need to get some joy.
I mean, don't we all slightly? Don't we all? Cooper Flagg. Well, we'll save it. You talked about PJ. I thought PJ was like the thing that got this Mavericks team going in that first half. Like it was just dead. There was nothing going on. And PJ has been, we talked about him being the leader that this team needed last game. And he was that again. Had a really good first half. 15 points in the game. He had another double-double. He had that stretch you said in the third quarter where he's got and one after and one. I mean, if I'm going to take some bright spots out of this game, PJ stepping up, like he is a piece that you take into this next era and say, all right, we can win with this guy. Obviously, you've been to a finals with him, but yeah, you can win with a guy like that for sure.
Oh yeah, PJ's probably on my top 5 like favorite Mavs. Yeah, PJ's playing. I mean, PJ's not a role player right now. He's the best player on the team, but like he's up there from one of my favorite Mavs to ever play the game with Dallas. Like I love his energy and everything. I think our good friend from the DLLS. Are we friends with DLLS or are we enemies? I don't know.
I'm friends with some of them, not the others. And the comment section gets to decide which ones are which.
That's a fun game to play.
Just kidding. I was sitting next to both Cato and Kevin Grayson.
I was about to say, be careful what you wish for in the comments. But I think Cato tweeted it out like. I think he actually has quietly over the last 2 years, because the Mavs were terrible last year and looked terrible this year, so nobody's really noticing it. But crossing into like Aaron Gordon's very good, but kind of crossing into that echelon where it's like this is an elite level role player. Like we're not just talking like good role player, we're talking like top all-star role player, not an all-star, but like one of the best role players in the game.
Yeah, like the Derek White team, where you're like, you're never gonna be an all-star probably, but you're like elite and really good at that spot, and you just get so much. And that would be great to have on a team that was winning, that had a top 4 player in the NBA that was playing at that level. Like it baffles me every single time I watch this team and go, man, it'd be really great if like Luka was like making this team work and making this team function. Man, Jason Kidd, I don't know if he can run a real functional offense without Luka Doncic. Like I just keep saying that to myself too. I'm frustrated. I don't get it. This team baffles me in so many different ways. They keep losing. Coming up, let's talk about some of the bright spots besides PJ. Cooper Flagg. What did he? What did he look like? That final shot. Did he get fouled? All that coming up. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook. If you want to be like Slightly and watch other NBA games to make yourself happy and do other things, you can do that and get in some action with FanDuel. Go check it out and see what they have all over the place. They have NBA games all throughout the season. You can go check. Let's just look at a different NBA game. Let's look at Clippers and Suns. Suns a 2.5-point favorite. That Clippers team has been a little disappointing. That's been an interesting one. And you can go get that if you feel confident about anything on FanDuel, anything across the whole thing. And you're a new customer, put down $5. If you win, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app on anything. So go check it out. It's FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Please gamble responsibly.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
All right, Slightly, we're talking about this disaster of a game for the Dallas Mavericks. And it just keeps getting worse for the Mavs. But Cooper Flagg is the bright spot. And I was complaining about the Mavs earlier today, and Jackson Gatlin of Locked On Rockets was like, you can't complain about anything because you have Cooper Flagg. And I was like, well, I don't think that's true. But
yeah, sorry. I'm complaining.
I was going to say that's not true. But
Nick just exited the chat. I'll vamp and fill in a little bit here because I think we're going to talk about Cooper Flagg a tiny bit.
Can't even rely on the AAC Wi-Fi at all. My light went out.
I was filling in for you.
It kicked me out of the room. Cooper Flagg, though. Imagine if they didn't have Cooper Flagg. Like, imagine the feeling if they didn't have him.
Oh.
20 points, 9. I can't imagine because that moment after the Luka trade, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at this team right now. And the whole rest of that last season last year, I was like looking at this team going, oh my gosh, what is my future looking like covering this team?
Can you imagine if it was Kaspar's Jonas fan?
Has he even played yet?
I don't think so. Not
20 points, 9 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and like started to get aggressive in the fourth quarter, which is what I wanted to see from him, right? Like, that's the thing. If they are going to turn this corner and decide to just go into like tank mode or whatever, that's what we're going to see. And we're going to want to see that over and over again. Him being aggressive in the fourth quarter, taking over. And I can't believe we're saying an 18-year-old needs to take over this team of all these veterans. But he needed to. They needed offense in a bad way. They needed somebody that can create an advantage. And they just don't have a lot of advantage creators on this team. The offense is not creating advantages. Like D'Angelo Russell was not creating advantages as he has in the past couple of games. They're not creating advantages with their bigs on the glass at all. They're last in offensive rebounding and didn't get a lot in this game. And you just need an advantage in some way, shape, or form. And Cooper Flagg actually brought that to you. And he got that final shot off, and it was open. It was at the free throw line. It looked like he was a little bit closer from what I saw from here. But then, I mean, it was a free throw line jumper. Looked a lot like the one he got at Duke in the Final Four or whatever. And I'm taking away some good things from his game.
Yeah, this was a great Coop game. Aggressive right out the gates. So, we kind of poo-poo D'Lo, but like, is it then a coincidence that Coop has one of his better games and one of the games where he's looked the most comfortable from opening tip to the very end in a game in which a point guard starts? That might have to be the way we look at it, where we just say, yeah, whatever, D'Lo was but it helped out Cooper. Like, again, that is the direction that we are heading in. I liked his aggressiveness. I love that last shot. It was a great look, actually. Just didn't go in. It is what it is. But I saw a couple drives where he went right at Herb Jones and finished over Herb Jones. One thing I will say about Coop, the touch is something that'll take some time. Work in the gym, but I think a lot of the improvement finishing wise will come when he bulks up.
Yes,
which we're years away from. Like, let's just be honest there. But one thing I have noticed is, man, he's comfortable with that left hand. Like, the percentages might not be good, but he's ready to get to it. Which is good to see and encouraging to see. But yeah, I thought he was great defensively too. This was an encouraging Cooper Flagg game for sure.
Yeah, he's got to take steps. The offense is atrocious, and so to see him kind of break out of that, looks like he's like in mud in his offense, but he's making some things happen, and he is comfortable with that left, like you said. He had that insane poster dunk on Carlo Makovic, and that was awesome to see him just get fired up.
How many lobs has he had this year?
In multiple, like 5 or 6 or something like that. I mean, he's a good finisher in transition. That's the thing the Mavs are going to have to, when they get real point guards, they're going to outside of D'Lo, they're going to take advantage of that in transition. And that I was excited about that with them getting stops on defense, but they haven't gotten stops in the same way. Cooper Flagg, though, good. I'm just baffled by this team. This is so frustrating to watch this team and to think that all the things they could be, and this is what they are right now. This is what we're talking about when Luka's going to have an MVP season over there.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind me vamping a little bit, like,
take it away.
The frustration stems from the fact that I kind of agree with, I don't remember who you said it, but yes, if I were a team of like that, if I were a Jazz fan or a Wizards fan or something, and I'm seeing the Mavs fans be like, I hate this team, blah, 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 we're in the worst place. Where it comes from is what we were there. We were at the doorstep. We were in the finals.
You had done it all. You had created a finals level team.
Yes, and it got
with
ripped
the best
away
backcourt
from
in
us.
Mavs history. One of the best backcourts in NBA history.
So it's funny. I on my TV out here, and this isn't me being big-headed or anything. But I have a TV that just has YouTube on it. It autoplay stuff all the time. It's been on Hell's Kitchen, but for some reason, though, my Luka trade reaction stream was autoplaying. So I was just, I heard
good
it.
Good algorithm.
Yeah, good algo stuff. Months later, I heard it, and it was funny listening to the stream because it just constantly was like, well, there's something more. There's something more we have to learn. Like, there's something more coming. Guess what? Nothing ever came.
Nothing ever.
That's where the frustration lies, and that's why it's like, yeah, I get on here and I'm like, well, they sucked on offense again tonight. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, look at this team. I mean, look how this team got put together. I haven't wanted to just go on and on and on about it forever on here. There's a reason why we don't talk about it all the time on this show.
No,
because we want to talk about other stuff. We don't want to rehash it over and over. I personally don't even think that's good content for you guys. Like, I don't think it's good to just constantly beat you over the head with this stuff. Let's talk about the team in front of us. But then a game like tonight, it's just like, this is what's on my mind. It's just like, I cannot believe this team is 2-5. Not just you tweeted this out.
2-6 now.
2-6. And you tweeted this out. Like, not only is this the worst defense in the league, but like compared to where the rest of the league is, I mean, it's one of the worst ones ever.
They're like 2 or 3 points worse than the rest of the league. By the way, they would have been an averaged offensive team in 2012. Isn't that crazy how much the NBA offenses have evolved?
Yeah, that is pretty nuts.
They would have been league average in 2011, 2012.
Well, there was that stretch a few years ago where every year the most efficient offense became the best offense ever.
Yeah, Mavs were one of them.
Yeah, Mavs were one of them.
And then what happened?
Rick left, and then Indiana was one of them.
Rick got pushed out, and then
true. But no, that's where the frustration comes. It's not. I just can't, and I get this all the time that we don't talk about it much. We're defending Nico or anything. None of us have ever defended this trade.
Not at all.
None of us have ever defended Nico Harrison. I don't even know where this comes from. We thought it was the worst trade ever. We still think it's the worst trade ever, but we just don't feel like there's a point in hashing it out every day. But on a day like today, we can hash it out.
And Cooper Flagg can make it all right. At least is going to make the trade all right because you came away with that. The franchise is going to be all right. But you were right. But you were right there,
Nico.
Yes, but you were right there. And like now we're back in 2018 again, where we're starting this whole process over again around another star.
Yeah,
and it's starting in a way worse way because you don't have the foundation in Dirk. That was an incredible thing that Luka had in his rookie year. You have vets on this team, but you don't have that. That's very different. Head coach is different, and you don't have stability in any place in this organization at all besides Dwight Powell. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, no, I agree because you said the vet thing was a big reason why we're like, this is actually a great place for Coop. But that was
it's supposed to be.
Assuming that they didn't start 2-6 and your best vet it wasn't injured immediately to start the season, and the whole town boos him anytime he does something wrong.
And the GM is signing autographs before the game.
That was from tonight.
Yes.
That's a hilarious video. And you notice it was a Thunder fan. He went up, the Thunder fan went up and was like, dude, thank you, bro.
Unless somebody posted that video and it wasn't from tonight, I'm assuming it was from tonight though, because it looked like it was from tonight.
Ay.
But I know that he signs the autographs like that, and it's like, oh, all the Luka love and all the hate for the trade. That's all online stuff and all online talk. They'll get over it. Like it'll be okay. And that's what he legitimately thinks. And I watching a game like this, like how could you think that? How could you think that, like, all right, the vision is starting to come together? And they're out of excuses to me. Like the AD is hurt, Kyrie is hurt, Lively is hurt. Like, okay, those are guys that get hurt a lot. You have to have contingencies for those guys in some way.
Well, the Lively one is back-breaking.
That one's tough, for sure.
Because, I mean, Gafford's a +8 tonight. So, like, we do this runaround where, like, okay, when they have a point guard out there and they have a center out there, it's like, okay, yeah, there's something. But
look at the competition tonight. Like,
I know, yeah. It's funny because I had a friend who was texting me and he was like, God, the Mavs are in a dogfight with one of the worst teams in the league. And then after the game, he corrected and said, the Pelicans were in a dogfight with the worst team in the league.
I can't believe that's where we are right now with this.
I know. It's bad, man. But we'll see, man. Well, like, the problem is
the expectation.
The expectation, absolutely, and what was ripped away. But I'm saying the problem with this season is, look, if tomorrow they came out and were like, hey, last night's kind of what we're looking for, like, just being real, we're going to put the ball in Coop's hand. If we lose games, we lose games.
They'll never say that, but
right, they'll never say that.
No.
But I'm saying, like,
imagine if Jason Kidd was like, you know what, guys, we're calling it the rest of the way here.
Uh-oh. Wimby limping? Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy, but I just can't envision them making big trades that everyone wants. I just can't envision it.
Yeah, like what you're going to salvage this season? Like,
no, I'm saying like sell trades because
or they sell off. No, I mean Nico is in bed with this idea. He's in bed with this idea.
You'd have to be admitting defeat. You'd have to be admitting defeat. It'd have to be firing Nico and then immediately a new GM coming in and saying, all right, we're doing this and this and this. And I cannot see that happening.
The owner's in bed with this decision too.
Right, yeah. They're tied to this. They are tied to it. They got to see it through.
We'll be back with more later today. Wherever you're listening, watching this, we'll talk about some of the things we saw from Cooper Flagg and more. Go check out Slightly Biased. His great YouTube channel, live all the time. Go check out his great stuff. And like Slightly, watch some of his past streams, like he was watching today.
Watch some other games.
Watch some other games. Touch grass. Do all those things, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs. We'll be back with more. Check the links in the description. Go listen to Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Great stuff from Josh Lloyd all the time. Thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs. Peace out. Boom.
Boom. It'll be a long year.